summer party. Oh, thank you so much. Disney announced Loki season, and we are not announced our unicorn pitch. Okay, what's the next? Big thank you to all our partners, Startup Magazine, Link Up Conference Show, Founders Institute, New York, Babylon Project, and all of the great teams. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And we have a special announcement for today for our startup from our partner Founder Institute. I hope today with us Stefan, co-director of New York branch. Stefan, are you with us or not?
I believe he just joined. Just give him a second to join the audio.
Okay.
Hi, Stefan. Can you hear us?
Yes, very well.
Good morning. Happy Friday, Stefan. So I just introduced
Good
you.
morning.
Yes. Yes. So you have 5 minutes, and please tell us what kind of opportunity we have with Founder Institute and how it works. So if you have presentation, it will be great. If not, just tell us how it works.
Yeah, I could do it just on the fly. I hope everyone has a fantastic Friday. Thank you so much for actually being here. Give me 1 second and let me share my presentation. Zoom day and age. So let's kick things off here.
Yeah, so great to see you guys. Your smiley faces. Yes, it's a Friday. It's summer. Yes, please let's join this perfect time.
Hey, Friday is for winning. That's
Yes.
what that is.
Absolutely.
I'm generally work in sales, and that's my full-time role. So I'm a sales director, sales operations director at a startup in New York. And yeah, the troops are pumped. We're getting after it, and we want to win today. Today is going to be a big day for our team. So super big thank you, Anna and the team for having me and for sharing a little bit of Founder Institute. I will make it very, very brief. I hope it's helpful. And that some of you might want to take advantage of the opportunity. So Founder Institute on the left side is me. I have the pleasure of running Founder Institute New York with one of my dear colleagues and friends, Reed Hamilton. 2 sentences to my background. I absolutely love startups. And that was the second reason why I came to New York. So I'm working for a startup right now. It's a fast-paced environment. And 1 second, there's some background noise. So I'm working for a startup right now. Company is called Audicus. We are changing the hearing aid industry in the United States. I used to work for another company called Andela that received a lot of funding. So absolutely love the grind, the daily in the startups, and came out of a completely different environment of corporate. So that's just a little bit of background. That is also the reason why I love working with founders and startups in general. And that's the work that I do together with Reed at Founder Institute. Founder Institute, very brief background. It's the world's largest pre-seed accelerator. We have chapters around the globe. Reed and I are responsible for the New York chapter. And basically, Founder Institute is valuable for a few folks in very, very specific situation. If you haven't scaled a company before, if you haven't had an exit, if you haven't built a company before, then we are a fantastic support system to join you along the ride. There's a few things that you get out of it. The first one is a structured approach. So what Founder Institute does is we walk you through every step along the way that is important to build a successful company. And over here, you see very briefly the structure that we follow. It's a 3 months program that we execute on very, very tightly. You have deliverables every week, but it's overall a very, very structured approach. So you don't need to remember what you need to do. We will walk you step by step through everything that is important. And the second piece, besides the walkthrough and really covering all the areas that are essential for building a company, we have a fantastic mentor network. Really, really established individuals, established entrepreneurs that have built successful companies, or investors that have invested into successful companies, and they made a lot of mistakes, a lot of the pitfalls themselves. So they share a lot of the lessons learned throughout weekly sessions. So we have weekly live sessions, and you will have access to those mentors, and they will be able to critique you, sometimes in a really harsh way, but it's always from a perspective we want to make every founder better. And the third one that is not mentioned here is pitching. And pitching is something that is not just pitching, it's also helping you to communicate the most enticing storyline about the company that you want to build, meaning for the first interns that you need to attract, for the first early stage employees, for investors, for advisors, we help you to write that storyline so that you can convince others as well. So that's it on my end. Very, very brief walkthrough. If you build a company, this is a fantastic place to start. And yeah, nothing more to add here, really. If you want to get in touch, please feel free also to shoot me an email as well. My email address, my last name is a little bit complicated.
Yes, true.
So, but feel free to reach out to me. More than happy to share anything about Founder Institute or startups, or if you have a specific question about your company, happy to help out as well.
Yes, and guys, please pay attention. The next cohort will be September, and the application deadline August 15th.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Stefan. Thank you so much for your presentation. Guys, please hurry up and fill out the application form. I'm absolutely sure that it will be useful for you. And now we will start our unicorn pitch. And very briefly, let me explain how we will work today. So we have 9 strong teams and 17 high professional investors who will judge you guys today. So how it works, our judges will score each startup, then system will calculate all of the scores, and we will announce the 3 best teams. The winner will participate in July 15th. Is it correct, Helga? July 15th in Unicorn Hub in Silicon Valley, and possibly also be part of the most successful startup ecosystem, Founder Institute, who knows? And right now I would like to present our judges. Thank you so much, guys, that you're with us today. And so what I want right now to ask you, please share with us your energy, say good luck to our teams with something great. So I will call your name and please introduce yourself. So let's start with, I have my list, Marisa Alma McGuinness. Marisa, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing? I wish everybody good luck and good fortune and much success. Let's see, I'm an LP with Bloomberg Capital, and their check size is under $10 million. They do seed, pre-seed, and A. And then I'm an alum with Golden Seeds, and they invest only in female-founded startups. And then I do investing on my own also. And then my last exit was Airbnb. All right, good luck, everybody.
Thank you so much, Marisa. We have at least 2 strong female teams for you today. Thank you. Okay, Svetlana Kamyshanska. Svetlana, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you, and definitely I wish you good luck, presenters, founders. I'm Svetlana Kamyshanska. I'm a corporate lawyer. I'm based in San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm a founder of boutique law firm. We provide services to tech companies. So basically, our strong emphasis is on helping technology companies not just flourish in the US, but to expand from different countries to the US. And I'm an angel investor as well. So I'm looking forward to hear our presentations to see and choose the best one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Svetlana. Next one, Sebastian Goldfuss. Sebastian, is it correct? I read your last name. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Hello from Vienna. So first of all, thank you, Anna and Helga, for the invitation. I'm really pleased to be here again. So I'm project manager at Untitled Angels. So we are a blend of a crowd investing platform and a business angel network from Austria. We offer investors the opportunity to invest in early stage and growth companies from the DACH and CE region, starting from an investment of just €1,000. And we do not offer only financing, but also business development activities to our portfolio companies. I'm looking forward to the pitches today and wish everyone good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Next one, Shubrata Badra. good morning or good evening. It depends where are you. Hey, do you hear me? Yes, no, no, yes.
Yeah, this is Shubrata here. Good evening, good day, morning. So I'm the managing partner at Unicorn.Events Ventures as well as venture partner at our ventures. We typically invest about
with the sound. Can you please like fix your mic or keep it close?
Yeah, okay. Is it better now?
Do you hear us, Shubrata?
I can hear you.
Yes, yes, it's good. Right now it's much,
okay,
much
great. Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. This is Shubrata Badra here. I'm the managing partner at Idea Ventures as well as venture partner with our ventures. We typically invest half a mil, but we can go up to 10 mil. We're pretty much sector agnostic, primarily based in India, but we are also expanding our network around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, next one, Gaia Vanka. Gaia, good morning, good evening, good day.
Hi, do you hear me? Hello,
yes,
hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon from Belgrade. Nice to have you here. I mean, I know that in a regular terms we would be seeing each other face to face, but you know, here is what it is, and hopefully it will all get back to normal again. So thank you all for having me. I'll just give a brief information about myself. I'm a CFO of Fashion Union LLC from Belgrade. We work mostly in the Eastern and Southeast Europe market. Generally, we produce knitwear and light summer clothes. And, you know, like a typical CFO day, I have a lot of classical financial duties from financial reporting to managerial accounting and so forth. But on the other hand, I'm a CEO, which I do in a parallel aside of my duty of a startup fintech company from London, UK. And I'm working it closely with a couple of people who are established in the investment market in London and, of course, New York. So I'm started pretty much interested into various startup opportunities. So aside of that, I learned a lot about consulting and working closely as a consultant aside of my duties for local companies and for a startup who are planning to develop in the markets of Eastern, Central, and Southeast Europe. So my special expertise is working aside of their sales development and business development within the startup, is also financial modeling, market analysis, construction of a business plan, and all what comes in terms mixing the expectations of one startup to the realization in terms of finances. So that's mostly what I do. And on the other hand, I'm leading a Serbian Management Association, which works for the local market in terms of management and entrepreneurship development as a science, and of course, working with a lot of leaders, organizing local and regional business forums in terms to attract foreign direct investments for the aforementioned markets. So that would be pretty much of it, what I do.
It's impressive. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the next one, Paul Hutz. Paul, hi. Paul,
hello, everybody.
Nice to meet you.
So, our pleasure. So, in addition to what Sebastian told you already about Untitled Angels, maybe you might be wondering why Viennese guys are taking part in a New York event. But we do see that collaboration worldwide among angel networks and platforms is accelerating by the day. So we are very happy to learn from our friends in Northern America to see how the companies prepare themselves for pitches, and of course also to add some value with our experience in Central Europe. So anybody who is interested to learn more about our region, our evaluations, and why we believe there is some kind of interesting proposition, just feel free and get in touch. Thank you, and wishing all the best to the pitchers.
Great, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one, Savas. Savas, hello, how are you doing? How is your
Hi,
Friday?
how are you, everybody? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Anna, first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. It's very kind of you. I'll be glad to be a part of in the Startup Network event. Our company, Unicorn Global Ventures, is central in Toronto. However, we are operating in Berlin and Istanbul also. I'm currently in Istanbul. Although I put a virtual background, now I'm in a farm. So if you can hear a rooster voice, don't worry about it. I'm safe. We are usually doing a kind of angel investment up to $250,000 pre-seed, but we would like to see the company issue their first invoice, commercial invoice, rather than a theory. I'm wishing everybody good luck, and thank you again for the invitation.
Thank you so much, Savas. Okay, the next one, Benjamin Cardarelli. Benjamin, good morning or good evening. It depends where you are. Are you hear me?
Oh, sorry guys, I was on mute. Yes. Good evening here. Thanks a lot, Anna, for inviting me. Happy to join anytime. I'm a founder by background. I make angel investments personally on the side, mainly in fintech, sports and media, education, and health and wellness sectors. I also have a small venture collective that invests into startups, mainly in Southeast Asia and Middle East. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for introduction. And Preeti, hi, how are you?
Namaste, Anna and Helga. I'm very well, thank you. It is coming up to 9 p.m. here in India. Absolute pleasure to be here at this pitch session for New York. My name is Preeti Chaudhary, and I am the founder of LinkedIn Local India, which is a LinkedIn property, business, social networking community. Besides that, I'm a mentor at quite a few incubators and accelerators spread across the country, a speaker, and also a pitching judge at contests like this worldwide. My deep work into the startup ecosystem in India is mainly to promote equity and inclusion, especially the inclusion of more women as founders and as investors. To all the startups that are pitching here today, 3 minutes of your time could make all the difference. So all the best to all of you. May the best team win, but more importantly, let the connections and the conversations happen. So with that, it is thank you very much, and I am right here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you. Okay, the next one, Kelvin Chikizi. Kelvin, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. It's Chikizi, by the way. Helsinki is fine. I'm actually about to go camping with some friends because it's a midsummer public holiday today. Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelvin from Helsinki. I currently work as partnership manager with Calculate. So Calculate is a financial management tool that helps startups to, financially forecast and be able to raise more funds and make better business decision using the tool. On the side also, I'm the director for Startup Grind in Helsinki. So basically, we help startups to connect to investors, to connect to partners, and provide them with materials and resources which helps them to succeed. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, Anna, for the invitation, and all the best to the startups that we're pitching today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one, Edan Morada. Edan, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's evening here, and good morning. I'm the founder of Your Voice. Is a music application that reached to 6 million users all over the world. I'm here to help startups in technical issues and finance. And that's it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Edan. And the next one, Dr. Irene Kilubi. Irene, hi, good evening.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here today. Well, my name is Irene Kilubi. I'm from Germany, Munich. I'm Managing Director of Brandpreneurs and Brandfluencers. We support pioneers, visionaries, and change makers in the area of community building and branding to position themselves as a brand online and offline. I work as an advisor for different accelerators, incubators, and research centers. And I'm also an expert advisor for the European Innovation Council Accelerator of the EU Commission. And I'm part of the Business Angel Network Go Beyond, where we invest in early stage startups ranging from 50K to 500K. And I'm happy to be your colleague here, dear Anna, because I'm running the Startup Network events for Germany, Switzerland, and Austria.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, we have in our list Luan. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name not correct.
I believe Joan Lowry, you joined us today. So if you would like to introduce the White Castle partners, you have your pitch. Joan, are you with us?
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, very nice to have you here.
I was not ready to talk actually, but yeah,
right.
Happy to be here. Representing White Castle Partners, we're based in Monaco, Monte Carlo, and we are we help startups with the funding. So we have here our Vroom event, which is held once a year here in Monaco, and it's we scout all the startups in Europe, and then we just bring them over here to present them formally to our investment community here, family offices predominantly, and also high net worth individuals. Happy to be here.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all our judges for introduction. Thank you so much. And we can connect and stay in touch on LinkedIn. So please leave your contacts and any information on our chat. And I hope that we have links for voting links. I mean, for our unicorn pitch. If you don't have a link or you have some kind of problems, please send the message in a group chat and we will help. And I think we're almost ready. Yes, it's a perfect timing to start our pitch battle. So our first team, wait a second. Yes, our first team, Nepper and founder Jared. Jared, hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? I don't see you. I see your amazing picture, but I don't see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So do you have a presentation or not?
I do, yes.
Okay, so we can start with your presentation. You will have 3 minutes for a pitch and also 3 minutes for Q&A.
Okay, should I just start right away?
Yeah, tell me when you will be ready.
Okay.
Okay, Helga, you will be our timekeeper.
Prepared.
Okay, so ready, Jared?
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, yes, we see it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, our startup is Napper, and here's our pitch deck. So there's a problem in New York. According to the CDC, more than 40% of our workers are sleep deprived. This costs our local economy a lot of money each year, between 20 and 30 billion, and very few workplaces can accommodate napping on site to help with this. What we provide is an online marketplace that makes napping easy, convenient, and affordable so that workers can do this during the day and maximize their productivity. Right now, it's tough for workplaces to accommodate napping. A lot of workplaces don't have nap rooms or pods. Napping is also associated with laziness or viewed for children. So a lot of people don't even think about doing it, but there's a huge amount of benefits to it. It can boost alertness, improve learning and memory, prevent burnout, and it just provides a psychological boost sometimes. What people do instead of napping during the day now is they drink a ton of caffeine in New York. New Yorkers drink 7 times more coffee than the average resident of any other city. And most offices will have caffeine and energy drinks stocked readily in their kitchens. Unfortunately, this is a very unhealthy workaround that people use to get through the day. There is a lot of workers, coming into Manhattan on a day-to-day basis, over 5 million now, and there's a lot of disposable income there. A lot of people come from Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and the surrounding areas. So there's a huge market to tap into here. Looking at our competition, Day Use and Hotels by Day offer hotel blocks 4 hours during the daytime. So people can use those for napping if they want to. However, they're very expensive. A typical day will run them at least $80 for a 4-hour block. And people don't necessarily want to pay that much to take a nap. We have another competitor called Globe, and they're only in San Francisco and they're pretty small, and they don't really focus on napping as much. They offer residences and not businesses. We offer both. So we have a high amount of convenience and affordability on our platform. So how are we going to tap this nap market? Introducing Napper, the Nap app. This is on Android and iOS. We have prototypes on both, but I'll show you some wireframes here. You open up the app, you can log in with Facebook or Google. Immediately, geolocation will show you all the naps nearby. You can see from the pillows, the pricing, and you can filter this by price or time, residence or business. Click on the listing. They'll show you the ratings, how far away it is. You can click in for more info, who the host is, what their rating is, and then some more info on the listing, the bed size, the type, the description, and then you can pick a specific time. So if it's 2:30 to 6 here, you can actually book for 4 to 5 if you need it, just for that hour. It's a vast network.
Presentation. The 3 minutes are over.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's like it's over. Okay, so guys, please, if you have a question, let's get started our Q&A session.
I would just ask them first, thank you for presenting us this really interesting presentation. I would just ask a bit more about your revenue construction. How do you plan to achieve this revenue? Do you have a strategy, or you have kind of a model that could result with an outcome if your primary strategy doesn't succeed to reach the goal?
Yeah, so our revenue stream is very similar to Airbnb's. We take a 15% commission on all transactions, 10% from the napper, 5% from the host, with a minimum of $2 from each. So we're getting $4 of revenue from every nap minimum. And we're just, taking commission. So that's our only stream of revenue. And the bigger the network grows, obviously, the more revenue we generate.
Yeah, one more question I would add. Have you invested so far money aside of what you have invested in terms of developing the app? What do you need more to succeed the development of your backend platform, as I see that your front end is pretty much developed?
The front end and the back end are pretty close to launch ready. I have bootstrapped a lot of this so far to make sure the apps are robust as possible. But we do need a little more development work just to make sure everything is ready for launch. We need to add a feedback system. We need to add a few more bells and whistles before we go live. And then, infrastructure costs, server costs. We're an app and website, so we want to make sure everything is stable and running well. So that's the bulk of our costs for now. We'd also like to do some sales and marketing, get the word out there. So
thank you for a thorough answer.
Sure.
Thank you so much. We have time for one more question, if we have one more question.
I have a question, if I may ask.
Yes,
you just described that New York market. Is it the only market you're targeting, or you potentially think to expand to other big cities, or you think it's going to be enough market to scale?
So we're going to start in New York because I'm from here and it's a very sleep-deprived city, but we do have plans to scale this domestically across the United States and then globally within 2 or 3 years. There's a lot of countries in Asia that could use this, specifically Japan and South Korea. They're very sleep-deprived countries. We'd love to get into South America. There's a few sleep-deprived countries there too. And the long-term goal is to be like Airbnb and be in 190 countries.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So it's time, please, judges, remember to score the team before we move on. Jared, thank you so much for presentation. Good job. And now we have our second team, the name Ambrosis and Jan Rybachenko. Jan? Jan? Okay. Like in theater. Okay, third call. Jan, are you with us or not? Helga?
Jan is with us. Jan, can we get you here?
He's on mute.
He's on mute, and you're on mute, and we don't see you. Okay, now we.
Okay, let's move on. Let's invite Half Moon Tech and Aisinor.
Aishinor.
Aishinor. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm sorry, Aishinor. It's a very beautiful name. Yes. So nice to see you. Happy Friday. So you know that we have 3 minutes for your pitch and 3 minutes for Q&A. Please share with us your presentation and tell us what you guys doing.
Sure. Hi, everyone from San Francisco. Let me quickly share my presentation with you. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Oh my God, I was full of energy this morning, and now I look at these beautiful pictures about sleep, and I like ready to go to bed again. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so please start. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aishinor, the co-founder of Half Moon app, connecting similar souls. Have you ever been in a crowd but still felt lonely? Do you, in your interactions with people, feel you can be 100% the real you? And did you know 40% of young people under 24 feel lonely frequently despite all the social media they have? Why? Because they don't think they can express their real self in the crowd, neither in the real world nor on social media. You see a lot of apps on this slide. Do you feel fulfilled, happier, and less lonely after using them? The existing social networks show a polished, staged version of real lives, making the audience feel inadequate and insecure. Young millennials and Gen Z care about being authentic and showing their real, creative, and unique inner self and connecting on a soul basis. There is no social media app that matches this need. We want to solve this by connecting everyone to similar souls so they can express their real self. Half Moon is inclusive, safe, and welcoming. You feel secure and connected. Half Moon will fill the market void. How so? Every user on Half Moon makes personal and authentic connections by bonding with similar souls, by sharing their dreams and secrets, and also by matching on personality tests and games. Our goal is to achieve 300 million users by 2030. We have a lot of features based on the soul and spirituality in a seamless, fun UI. Here are some of our initial screens. In the competitive landscape, we see successful Chinese apps. The spiritual American apps focus on a small niche audience, and Instagram widely spreads inauthentic and staged lifestyles and unrealistic body goals. And this doesn't mesh with Gen Z core values. Instagram to Gen Z will be what Facebook is to millennials. So our inspiration comes from these Chinese apps having done so well in China, capturing the same human need. And other Chinese apps like TikTok gaining stellar success in the US after prior success in China. We aspire to get 10% of our addressable market by 2030. Our initial target is females between 15 and 35 in the US, and we hope to acquire 100,000 users by the end of 2023. Monetization comes from platform commissions, a freemium model, advertising revenue, and downloads revenue. And this translates to roughly 100K per month by end of year 2022. Our MVP just came out, and we're looking to launch in a few weeks. For pre-seed, we are seeking $250,000. Our female-founded company has a strong team. We're a healthy mix of young, energetic, international, and experienced. Our founder built 2 apps before. I have 2 decades of marketing experience, and we have a fantastic developer team in China. Join us if you feel lonely in a crowd, or if you want to solve this problem on our Young Creative Network. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to follow us on social media.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Perfect timing. And guys, question, please. Guys, any
Hi.
questions?
So now this is Gaurav. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Gaju.
Sorry, I mean, okay, I will move forward with it. Well, thank you for presenting us this short and really interesting presentation. And my question will be more about the finances. I'm not speaking about what you have invested so far, but how do you plan to attract your potential market, considering the consumers, in terms of competitors? You know, as I see that the Instagram reaches around 14 million new users, where do you see yourself in terms of the ones of the lowest, and Instagram as a benchmark to your success?
That's a good question. So our angle is the really young audiences, young millennials and Gen Z. So Instagram is a little more broad than that. And we feel that core values of Gen Z are not really Instagram values, which is about watching celebrities and aspire to these materialistic goals and making connections that are very staged and polished. Whereas on our app, you can be your 100% yourself, bring your real self to the app. You can change your obviously name and avatar and be as authentic as it gets. You can share your deepest secrets and your dreams that you had the previous night and connect with people on these both fun and deep secrets and dreams you have and your personality traits. So our angle is really different than Instagram, and the Chinese apps on similar concepts have done so well in China. Very similar concept has 100 million users in China currently. And we look at Chinese apps in social media who've done so well in China do great here as well, like TikTok and Likey. So we have that inspiration, and we are looking to bring it to the US and Western audiences, which hasn't been done here before. And so this is a fantastic idea, and we are looking to grow our user base very quickly between the first initially female audiences of young people, but I mean, we encourage all males, obviously, as well, because the society doesn't really give an outlet for you to be your authentic self on these platforms. So we are very optimistic, and we have seen prior Chinese success for inspiration. So yeah, I mean, we are not going to charge our users, obviously. It's going to be platform commissions, because we're looking to get to that point where we're all things spiritual at some point. So we will have professional paid services like psychic services, fortune reading, or astrology. So we're bringing all this and horoscopes to our platform. So it will be like a one-stop shop for everything spiritual, where you can be the real you.
Thank you very much for your thorough answer. I see your optimism really clearly.
Thank you.
I have
one
more question. Yes, exactly. I have one more question, Edan, here. I would like to know what kind of content format do you use? Because Instagram uses pictures, YouTube videos. So it's kind of chat room, because I'm asking myself, like, because they are talking about very private topics there, if they will open themselves to Gen Z openly. So what kind of format, how do the people on this platform interact?
So you can voice record these dreams and secrets you have, or you can write them out and draw them out, actually. So we really want to have an artistic angle on the platform as well, because Gen Z is really about artistic, creative self-expression and unique self-expression. So we will incorporate a lot of these features. And right now, what we're currently offering is voice record text and drawing out your dream or secret, and basically commenting and messaging. And we are constantly rolling out new features. Our MVP is out on iOS, but our team in China is working around the clock basically to incorporate new features. And we are a 3-month-old company, so bear that in mind. I mean, we've accomplished so much by bringing out the MVP in 3 months. Everybody's working around the clock. And like I said, we're a nice mix of young and experienced, and we're super international, woman-founded, and first-generation immigrant-founded, actually. So yeah, so the content is very engaging. It's very personal and obviously great UGC. But apart from that, we're looking to integrate a lot of fun games, quizzes, personality tests to match these different souls and actually spark those conversations between them. So this is your like one-stop shop where you feel like you can be yourself and come to the app and really interact with people just on this platform. You don't have to reveal your real life, your real identity, but this is your soul connection, soul friends on this platform, where you can always find positive support and a welcoming, safe environment.
Okay, Aishinor, thank you so much for your presentation and for your answer. Irena, thank you so much for your question. And I hope Team Ambrosius with us. I hope, Jan, it's your second chance to pitch.
Yes, yes. Hello, thank you for having me. When I try to turn on my video, so my Zoom is stuck, so I will be blind today for you. I hope you'll forgive me. So let me show you my screen.
Yeah, tell me when you will be ready.
I'm ready right now. So do you see my screen?
Yes, it's very serious presentation. Yes, I see this. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, 3 minutes.
Yeah, hello, my name is Jan, CEO of Ambrosius. So when we talk about the future, we can see that technology replaces substances. Electric vehicles instead of fuel, mobile phones instead of paper and plastic cards, vape instead of tobacco. But what can replace these harmful stimulating substances that people take inside their bodies? The problem when people want extra abilities, so they use harmful energy drinks to become a better version of themselves. But what if we can propose them a convenient wearable device that does the same job by technology? People want to be like these guys. What do they have in common? They're super achievers who use advanced tech and gadgets to have an advantage. So our audience expect from us, from industry, that we will supply them with the tech, which can bring a new level, instant effect instead of deferred result, instant cancel, while energy drinks last for 8 hours, keep you out of bed. It's healthy, while they cause heart problems, brain damage, cancer, and it's affordable and safe. Sounds bad, sounds not bad, right? But there's more. It's slim, it's always with you, it's outdoor ready, it's hidden. So it's like a sci-fi sport car compared to old piece of junk. And of course, a clear science that shows the very effective result. So the device works on 2 levels. Physiology, when it's increase the level of noradrenaline, and psychology, which keeps your mind tense and concentrated. So we did the job. We bring the device from scratch and have sold about 1.4 units that test batch all over the world, mostly in the US, with a very high satisfaction rate and high margin because we have direct sales. What we're talking here is opportunity of creation the new energy drink, new superachiever device market, which is comparable to energy drinks market. It's at least $1 billion in the US. And you can see on the screen what people think about the device. They think it works great. So what we have to do to have a great success and tsunami of demand, to show the clear message that we represent a superachiever device, not a medical device, because people don't want to feel weak or sick. So we bring a best team to create a viral video to send this message, and we can expect a large revenue already within the first quarter, like 2 million revenue, with a small amount of funding. So we have a great team with marketing skills, ex-Red Bull marketing executive. Then I am serial entrepreneur in IoT and entertainment. Then we have PhD in physiology and experienced CTO and US marketologist. So this niche has very extremely high entry barrier. We operate with encrypted firmware and trade secret. It takes at least 3 years for any corporation to bring the device like this, and it's unbearable for no names. Thank you for your attention. I'm ready for a question.
Okay, thank you so much, Jan. Okay, question, please.
I would like.
Yes.
Sorry, I would just ask about the risks of your market. I mean, if there's any opportunity to avoid the risk, what it would be?
Excellent question, thank you. So the risks are already neutralized because we tested on the huge number of paying customers, and actually the current level of impact on your body is not enough to cause any kind of risk. We have legal disclaimer in the manual, so we're highly protected from this. Thank you for the question.
Thank you very much for your answer.
Thank you, Gaia.
I have a question. Jan, if you can explain a little bit more on how it works, because you mentioned that it's not a medical device, and I presume it wasn't like clinically tested. but what is that provides more energy and makes you super achiever?
Absolutely. So it uses a special kind of electric impulses to increase your level of noradrenaline. It's like a hormone of winners because it increases your neural activity and make your brain work faster. So we researched the new way of stimulating your hand nerves, which cause this kind of effect. It's not easy, and it's not easy even to reverse engineer this technology. It can be regulated by power, so you can adjust it for yourself. Yes. Actually, you have to feel it to understand how it works.
But we don't have right now this opportunity.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but my concern is that it has to be approved by FDA. So if you advise on that or no?
I understand. So our device is not intended for sick people. That's why we don't need FDA approval. I can give you an example because a lot of sexual toys use current, to impact human bodies. They also don't need any kind of approval, and they're doing just fine. And by the way, they use way higher current than we are, so we're way more safer.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. One more short question. If not, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Jan,
thanks for everyone. Yeah.
Thank you so much for presentation. And the next team is Salesbeat and Vienna. Vienna, hi.
Hi, Anna.
Good morning.
Morning.
Nice.
How are you?
I am great. Nice to see you. Are you
Likewise. Ready? Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So you have 3 minutes.
Yep. And can you see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. Great.
So let's get started.
Great. Hi, everyone. I'm Veena, co-founder and CEO of Salesbeat. We eliminate lost sales due to out of stock for consumer packaged goods companies. How many times have you been to a supermarket during a heat wave and not found ice creams or beer in stock? And when a social media post about a makeup or skincare brand goes viral, how many times have those run out of stock? According to a study financed by Procter & Gamble, the industry loses $3 trillion every year due to stockouts. This is because salespeople use historical sales data to discuss and agree order volumes with supermarkets. But as consumers, we never look at what we bought last year to guide our decisions when we shop. The closest this industry has to sales intelligence are demand planning solutions like Anaplan and Blue Yonder. But they look at medium-term forecasts for production planning. Salesbeat is pioneering sales intelligence in the CPG industry. Salesbeat has an AI-driven platform, Beat, that uses micro and macro factors to model consumer buying behavior and makes predictive recommendations of optimal order volumes for salespeople to discuss with supermarkets, ensuring 100% availability of brands in store and increasing revenues by 30%. So why now? Insights teams take weeks to derive insights and so focus on marketing and innovation. Now there is technology that can process the data overnight and generate timely insights for sales cycles. And this is why, despite launching at the height of COVID, we are already in discussions with more than 30 large CPG companies and have pilots agreed with 2. We charge $149 per salesperson per month for the plug-and-play version. For access to further customization, we charge $549 per salesperson per month. The total obtainable market for software and digital solutions in the CPG industry is more than $700 billion today and expected to grow to $1 trillion in the next 5 years. We are raising $350,000 in safes, of which we have $312,000 committed. We are looking to raise the rest. I have 20 years in this industry, consulting for and working in companies like PepsiCo and Diageo across functions and geographies. As the international wine sales director at Diageo, I led the team to beat their sales targets for the first time since they were set up. My co-founder, Alex, brings a technical expertise in building and scaling technology for startups. We also have a skilled team of developers and an industry expert who's an advisor as well as an investor. We are Salesbeat. We are powering the future of CPG sales. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity or know any CPG company who may benefit from our solution, email me on veena@salesbeat.co. Thank you. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you so much, Veena. Perfect time, perfect timing. Great presentation. Guys, do you have a question?
Yes, we have.
Yes, as usual.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for presenting this interesting project. I hope that it will eventually become really successful. What is my question about it is, what about your competition and what differentiates you among competition on the market that you're trying to access?
So at the moment, the main players in this industry are Blue Yonder, Anaplan, O9, and the likes of them, who are primarily demand planning solutions. So what it does is it gets sales intelligence, which is usually historical sales data or what salespeople agree with buyers ahead of the year. So that's a 12-month forecast that's agreed at the beginning of the year. They input it into the solution, and then it spits out a medium-term forecast for production planning people to plan production runs. And it's never used by salespeople. So even if they produce lots of stock, that is not what is sold into the retailers or supermarkets. And what we have is basically what salespeople can use to basically discuss order volumes with the buyers and get them placed in stores. And that's the differentiation that we bring in. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that's absolutely the answer to my question. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you for your question.
Do you have time for
You're welcome.
Guys, question, recommendation. We can use also reaction. I don't know, maybe probably one of you right now on the beach and sip martini. I don't know, but please, yes.
If no one else has a question, I would raise a question.
Sure.
Okay, Veena, you've probably heard of the bullwhip or Forrester effect. I was wondering how you want to manage to capture those aspects in terms of when you have sales promotions, for example, when you have different weather conditions. How do you include it all in your forecasting? Because that's in the past what many people in the FMCG industry have been trying to solve for decades and haven't been solving this issue because it's so unpredictable. How do you deal with those situations in terms of Forrester effects?
I'm not exactly sure what Forrester effects are, to be quite honest, but I'm able to guess that it's basically taking into account external factors that influence consumer decision-making. Is that right?
Partly, it means like from the point where you are at the producer over the wholesaler to the retailer, there's some distortion in the demand.
Yeah,
for example,
absolutely.
If a retailer is entering sales promotion, consumers behave in a different manner as they would usually do. It's an expression from the supply chain management. So since you're covering the whole value chain, this is a very, very important aspect here, because if you manage to solve this solution, you will be the next unicorn. So that's why I'm asking you, how do you integrate this aspect?
Yeah, so what our AI usually does, so I didn't have a chance to go through from the deck because of the time. What it does is it takes into account about 50 to 55 different factors that influence consumer decision-making. And basically that's the effect that the retailer sees. And we basically put this into the hands of the salespeople, and we give them between 4 weeks to 3 month forecast so that the salespeople can sell the right volumes. And it takes into account all these factors. So it takes into account weather, home rental, home sales, pollution and dust factors. It looks at how people commute to work. Is it the public transport? Is it people driving into work and that sort of thing? Does that answer your question?
Definitely, yes. But I would like to see it in reality, how it works, because I know it's very complex, but I'm so happy that you're tackling this challenge. I'm really excited to see it in real life. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'm happy to do a demo whenever you want. You can email me at veena@salesbeat.co.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Veena. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. The next team is Doormate and founder Franco Torres. Franco, hello. You can unmute yourself. Okay, we can wait. Good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Let me share my screen. Please let me know when you can see it.
Delicious presentation.
Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it. Tell me when you will be ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, 3 minutes, please, for you. Okay, go.
As a recent college graduate, these past 4 years have been crazy, going to college in London, San Francisco, and Boston. Being an international college student is a privilege, but it comes with its challenges. Everyone knows obesity exists because of social conditioning. Our secret insight was experiencing firsthand how college students struggle daily with the freshman 15 phenomenon. Like a rat race, this happens because teens are triggered by their environment to prioritize short-term comforts over long-term health. Dormaid's meal-sharing marketplace puts an end to this. More than half of the global students we surveyed showed strong interest for group meals, which has been validated with 44 paying beta users. Takeaway options, which is more sustainable, showed even stronger interest and potential for exponential growth. Dormaid exists in the intersection between a marketplace charging transaction fees, a network where users invest their information to the platform, creating data and connections, and a workflow with tools and integrations like an educational cookbook that helps users analyze their consumption patterns and unlearn subconscious limiting beliefs. Homemade food is 10x healthier than fast food, and our differential over college meal plans or delivery apps is the social cultural aspect of Dormaid. Through food, we foster a connection not only to others, but a long lost connection to self. Meal sharing already happens informally in the college ecosystem, but it's very inefficient and wasteful. Our product is built in a way that student chefs can organize their recipes by cultural themes and schedule meal events in a for-profit manner, reducing food waste and building community. Millions of college students suffer the F15 every single day. We are targeting the students that live outside the dorms but close to campus, as they have proper kitchens. We've been incorporated in Delaware since March 2019, tested an MVP in London that generated revenue, and found users were using the platform in ways we did not expect. We're engaging the Brazza students to become brand ambassadors and plan to scale campus by campus like Facebook, targeting the vegan community at first to gain traction and self-generated marketing content. We've learned how to make sanitation regulations completely out of scope. Airbnb, Amazon, and Etsy, for example, operate as a money transmitter. We will exploit the legal grays area associated with this license, operating as a fintech. Our team's roots span from London to San Francisco, from Boston to Miami. We also have 3 multicultural full-stack developers currently building our React Native mobile app. Thanks for listening, and I hope to connect with people who can open doors for us in the college ecosystem. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Franco. Guys, please, questions, reaction, recommendation, comments, anything?
Franco, you mentioned that you want to make this fintech company, but it would take you like how long? 2 years at least to get licenses. So what is the plan in terms of that? So if you can elaborate.
Yeah, the plan is to apply for a money transmitter license specifically, not the full fintech regulations. And while we are getting there, we plan to operate, have some security in our terms and conditions, similar to Instagram. For example, you maybe did not know this, but right now Instagram is supporting illegal activities such as people selling food or people selling bijouterie like necklaces. They operate inside Instagram. And because their terms and conditions are built in a way that the liability is on the user, the platform itself isn't closed down. So while we are in the beta stage, just testing in colleges, we will operate in that way.
Just a small comment, just because I know and I work with fintech companies, it takes like to get the money service business licenses, it takes around 2 years if we apply in 50 states, because that's what you have to do in order to be able to cover the US. And it's separate license in every state, and it's expensive and time consuming. So just take it into consideration.
Yeah, I'd love to connect with you and learn more from your perspective.
Thank you, Svetlana. One more question.
Hi, Franco. It was really a great presentation. My question is about the market generally. Are you only planning to work on a specific market, like you mentioned, or you're planning to grow it on a global scale?
So in the short term, we are focusing on the college student sector, which in the US alone is 33 million students, because we want to create FOMO, fear of missing out. But like Facebook, we want to open up to a general public later on. For example, local grandmas who are lonely and can socialize by cooking, or other foreigners who are restaurant chefs. We also want to onboard them, but in the beginning, only allow them to have takeaway option. Only the students can host people in their homes. Later, we will add more security to make it more open to general public.
Great. And my additional question would be more about your patent. Did you register your patent, or is it in the process?
It's in the process, and we are also working on a blockchain payment system that collects the big data of what the students are consuming. So we can have online and offline data, but that's long-term. It will take a while to get that going.
Yes, I understand that. Thank you very much for answering my questions.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Gaia. And Franco, thank you so much for your presentation. We have to move on. And the next team is Merch38 and Vasily Danilenko.
Hi there. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Thank God it's Friday. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Vasily Danilenko, the CEO of Merch38. I live in the US like the last 6 years, and I've been in the garment printing market for the last 5 years. And I've been a CTO, a product manager, and I finally found my own company, Merch38. And you ask like, hey Vasily, why branded merchandise? What the problem? Yes, there is no problem if you want to order a few t-shirts for your reunion party, but if you're gonna use merchandise for your business or make money by selling merchandise, it's still complicated and time consuming problem. And the market is huge. It's about like a 33 billion in the US and about 55 in the world. And it's growing like by 16% every year. And what's Merch38? We are a new way how businesses and influencers can profit more by selling personalized merchandise. How does it work? We are a very special marketplace. We are merchandise as a service for our clients and their customers. And we build our merchandise platform and using our printing partners to fulfill orders. That's how it works. We make a commission for each printed item, and also we provide subscription plans for white label solution and additional branding things. Let's talk about examples. For example, a coffee shop in New York uses our plugin to sell merchandise to their customers, or game companies use our solution to sell merchandise in their social networks. Why game industry? Because game industry is about like $30 billion in the US, and about 150 million people in the US play video games. Also, we got a great case where we helped event company to provide merchandise online, and we been mentioned by Forbes for this case. And also 2 weeks ago, the client come back with us and we did a great case. We helped them to fundraise money for India. Merchandise is a reward tool. Game companies use us to reward their gamers across the globe. It's a very convenient solution for them. Some companies use our solution to send T-shirts to their employees. They are working remote, that's why. And also we just can run like a huge standard merchandise online stores as well. This is a nice example. Our widget supports major platforms, and why people choose us, because we can save them money. No investment or no inventory required, no skills as well required. You can just easily run your merch store in 3 minutes. And we are reducing inventory waste. We are improving speed to market. You can create any unique and custom products with us and reducing logistical costs, and we can grow fast, no matter how many T-shirts you want to sell, like just 1 or 1,000.
I'm sorry, it's time.
Okay, just a few words about like attraction. I'll skip all slides. Just we are growing right now, and
2 seconds.
Yeah, and just and looking for a seed round. We just finally got a lead investor, and just you're very welcome to join us for the round. Thanks.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Question, suggestion, recommendation, some ideas?
Hi, Vasily.
Hey.
Well, thank you for your short presentation. I'm sorry I couldn't follow all the details, but then I would like to ask a bit more about your finances. Yeah, well, it's like you have a complex solution. It's always like that to put what's the most important from your presentation. So I'm generally mostly interested in your financial modeling. How do you prepare it, and what you use as a basis for the output you received as a final outcome that you have presented us?
Yeah.
Do you have an alternative solution if that financial doesn't happen?
It happens. Just I'm happy to say it works, and we charge like we got commission for each sold item, and also, as I mentioned, we do subscriptions. People pay for white label solution. That's how it works so far. And also we make some money by reducing logistical costs. For example, if a game company wants to send a T-shirt to China, we are able to print it in Guangzhou and send it to Hong Kong and pay like a domestic shipping fee instead of paying $15 international fee. It's like about $10 profit. It's a huge economic effect.
Thank you for answering my question. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. If you have any questions, we have or we don't have. I think we don't have. Okay, Vasily, thank you so much for the presentation. Have a good day. And we move on. And next team, Blue Mind and Akil, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but you can introduce yourself as well.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm just gonna thank you for the opportunity for Unicorn. Quickly about myself. A lot of people hate insurance. I did myself. I changed my background, went to med school in Russia, came to Canada, completely changed into finance. And now I'm taking courses at MIT and AI and some other areas. So the Blue Mind actually came during the COVID time. In 2017, I quit my corporate role, high-paying role, and startup as boutique financial planning organization in Toronto, Ontario. And we found a solution before the COVID hit. So I'm gonna give you the story of why we're doing what we're doing. The story of what the name of Blue Mind, because it's peace of mind for giving to advisors and the clients. Why? Because people hate insurance. And people hate insurance, people hate financial things because it's so complex. So what happened in the COVID actually even make that problem even more serious, because people want to buy insurance, but it's 180 pages of applications and the advisors don't have a tech tools. And insurance industry is one of the industry that has not been changed so far through the digital revolution. But our solution, before the COVID, we found a solution for our company. We commercializing and trying to give it to all of the advisors, which is helping them working when they're working in a decentralized environment to manage the workflow. And then keeping them in the avoid cybersecurity issues. And they're using all the tools, so many different tools that they're not synchronized to talk to each other. That will not able to save a lot of money. And also they spend more time, more energy on integrating things. And they lose data of the clients by using these integrations. And also because of this, actually, insurance companies actually losing things. And beyond that, clients today, they want a very transparent and simplified solution where they want, when they want. This is exactly why we do it. So whole idea is really be helping the end user client by helping the companies and helping the insurance advisors do the better job. How we do that? So really going into the challenges, if you look at it, the one is lack of, as I mentioned, technology is so old and is not synchronized each other, and it's increasing complex regulatory framework is coming because insurance industry was not that regulated on the insurance end place, and decentralized environment of non-face-to-face sales actually putting so much risk to the clients and the companies. How we mitigate that is we actually build as an end-to-end solution. I always say that companies actually, I work in a large corporate company, they spend millions of money to buy CRM and solutions to the companies, but the advisors not using, they feel like Big Brother is watching them. So what we did is we reverse engineer, because we work as an advisor, manager, compliance officer. We actually build something, actually work for advisors and work for the client, meet their needs.
Time, and we didn't hear about solution, about product. It's like your time is up. Probably if someone asks you how it works, you can answer, but
sure.
Yes, but you didn't answer to us what is the product. So does anyone have a question or not?
I have one.
Okay, please.
Akil, sorry.
Yeah.
The question is in your second part. I look at your presentation in the background.
Sure.
And I couldn't see anything on compliance, how you pass the regulation. AI is, okay, important, but all the information on compliance still in the government's hands, right? So you have to access them and ask somebody, is risky to provide the insurance or not? How do you cope with this challenge?
The compliance is the tools. So the insurance company create electronic application, but advisors need to do all the compliance when they're meeting with the clients, documentations and forms. We automate that in building in the platform. So when they're doing the process, they actually do it. So as I work in the compliance manager before, so right now, with the decentralized, the non-face-to-face environment, advisors not able to do the compliance, or they're taking more time to do the compliance. So we make it easy for them and simplify the compliance. Like in Canada, for example, they only 43% is passing the compliance test before the COVID. It's actually put more risk for them. So we build it more simplified compliance system for the advisor to follow in the CRM.
Okay. I'm also in Toronto. I know the regulations, and my son is in compliance in a bank, and I know that there is 5 guys looking at how the risk is taking this guy, and I know that they have access, as I mentioned to you, some government files, and if you don't have that one, your solution will not help these mediators at the middle guys. So I think there's a major concern there for your product. Thank you.
Yeah, when you talk about banks, they are IROC regulated. They are more in the investment world. So we actually focus on the insurance advisors. Insurance compliance is completely different from the banking compliance.
In what sense?
Insurance compliance is provincially regulated. The bank is federal regulated. So the insurance compliance, they have a certain requirements that they have a simple the advisor need to dealing with the clients. They have a certain compliance, privacy, and all the documentation. And then in order to keep the license, they have another compliance. So we actually able to put all together in a simple way. So in the banking, when they're dealing with the investments, the IROC, like a stock mutual fund, that's completely way more complicated. As you said, absolutely correct. There's more complications with the government involved, but this is completely insurance company, advisors, and the client. So we actually managing this side of the compliance.
My last remark, Akhil. AI supposed to take out the middleman from our lives, and client usually do whatever they want to do without going to intermediate people like this people that you are talking about. And I don't think that you are providing this one to the client, but you are helping the insurance brokers.
Yeah. So the AI and machine learning works differently. I think deep learning is run really actually able to do that by itself, organizations. What we do is we're using the AI and algorithms to actually helping the advisors and insurance companies to manage the risk. So we don't want because insurance is very complicated and the clients already had a complex situation to understand it. So we actually helping the advisors with some recommendation and things to help their clients better.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys.
Absolutely.
We're out of time. I have to stop this discussion and conversation because we're out of time. Sava, thank you so much for your feedback and for your recommendation. Akhil, I think you have to polish your presentation and improve your speech. Thank you so much. And we move on. And we have Carolina and her Voxtel Buyer Innovation. Carolina.
Hello, everyone. I just want to apologize for the background noise because we are on our way to an investor meeting right now.
Entertainment, yeah, you driving car or not?
I'm not driving the car. I am in the car, but someone else is driving. So,
okay. 3 minutes of presentation, Carolina.
Hello, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Carolina, and I'm the CEO of Voxtel Buyer Innovation. We are developing innovative solutions for the pharmaceutical industry and the field of oncology research. Did you know that only last year, more than 10 million people died from cancer? That's about 27,000 people dying every day. And if you think about such a devastating disease that has been around for such a long time, why don't we have the appropriate drugs to treat it? And that happens because the drug development process is a process used by pharmaceutical companies to develop new drugs and results in more than 95% of the drugs failing to get to the market. And that happens because models used to test these drugs in the lab are too simplistic. So when the drugs are tested in people, the results don't match and the translation is actually less than 8%. But Voxtel has the solution. At Voxtel, we are 3D bioprinting vascularized tissue models. So pharmaceutical companies can test the drugs, creating more consistent results and allowing drugs to hit the market sooner. We are the first company in the world coupling a high resolution bioprinter that we have assembled with a vasculature generation software. This software is our trade secret, our secret sauce, and allows us to print tissue models with blood vessels, truly mimicking the human body. We offer 3 core products: novel bioinks, that is our printer's cartridge, vascularized tissue models as a service, and our 3D printer coupled with our software, allowing users to print tissue models in 1 click. The market is amazing. The drug discovery market is going to be $110 billion by 2025, with North America alone being responsible for 30%. So if you think about Voxtel taking 1% of the North American market, it's a $300 million opportunity. We believe that our customers will range all the way from academia to pharmaceutical companies, academia and small research groups ordering the tissue models as a service, while pharmaceutical companies ordering the printer as a tool to print as many tissues as they want. And of course, we do have competition. And even though our competitors are good at what they do, they are not focused on creating tissues that are truly biomimetic, that mimic the human body. And this is the focus that Voxtel is going towards. While our competitors are focused on the machine, we are focused on the outcome of that machine. Mm-hmm. We are hitting the market with the consumables first, our bioinks and our tissue models, and later on with our hardware. So our consumables will allow us to have recurring revenue while we continue developing our hardware. And our projection is to reach $35 million by 2026. And this has only been possible by having an amazing team with extensive experience in tissue engineering, medical device, business operations, and also taking devices from the lab all the way to the market. And we are committed to our vision. Our vision is as simple as creating the gold standard tissue models for cancer. But our mission is the most important part. We want to accelerate drugs getting to the market and to the hands of people that need it. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Carolina.
Thank you.
Yes, 3 minutes, please, for Q&A. Guys, do you have a question?
What are the consumables?
does that allow the people to print their own tissues?
The consumables are mostly the bioink. I'm trying to go back here. So bioink, so our bioink is compatible with any other bioprinter out there. So if people already have a bioprinter, even if it's not high resolution, because our resolution is 200 times higher than the average bioprinter, they can use our bioinks in their own bioprinter. They won't have the resolution or the ability to create vascularized tissue models that we have. Or alternatively, they can buy our tissue models directly from our website in the beginning of next year. So they can order the tissue models and we'll be shipping directly to them. So those are the consumables, Marisa. Thank you for asking.
Okay, good.
Hi, Carolina.
Hi.
Greetings from Belgrade. It was really interesting presentation, and I really like it by the way that you did it in your car and without any hesitation by doing it. So my question would be more about sales development. How you're planning to reach this to generate this attractive market of $300 million.
Absolutely. So academia is what I do. I'm a professor right now. So we want to reach the academic environment first, creating partnership with academic groups, actually be using our tissue models and also research centers. So we are engaging these partnerships right now. And once these tissue models are validated through quantitative data, we think that from there, taking to pharmaceutical conference and showing, oh, this is what we can do, is going to be much easier. So the first step, our 6 months for next year, until the end of is to get these quantitative data out there, proving that the tissue models actually do what we want them doing. That's going to be the important part at this point. So it's going to be initially an inside sales model, then going to a field sales model later on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Question. One more question, guys. Do we have no? Probably not. Carolina, thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, have a good trip. And so our last startup for today, Alligator Stonks and Liam Johnson. Honestly, I don't know what does it mean. In my vocabulary, I didn't find this word, how to translate this word stonks, but probably Liam, please help me to understand what it is. And hey, are you with us now?
Yep, I'm with you. Yep. It's just a working title. So
yeah, I try to understand, but like zero ideas.
It's a meme, so it's just a working title. So I'm hoping to change that. So just to go right into it, I'll start my timer just to make sure I'm on time.
Okay.
Basically, problem. Oh, you good? Cool. Alligator starts. The problem is building tech is costly both with time and money. Average app developers cost about $70,000 a year, and apps take about 3 to 9 months to download. This is very expensive for college startups, and that's the main demographic here. And the problem is also the fact that Alligator Stonks is a working title, but just going with that. The solution, therefore, is kind of more like a VC for tech. It needs to be early stage, needs to give equity. A lot of people have equity, are willing to give it out, but an annual fee has to be kicking in. The numbers just really don't work out because it's too much of a risk just to take only equity. But in an early stage, most 20% of them fail. And so with that, if you move on to the next year, you'll have some capital, you'll have some cash, it'll offset some of the risk. Go to market, just basically going off college market. This is the beachhead market. This is what I know. This is what I've been doing for a couple of years now. About 310,000 people study business. A lot of business majors have business idea, app idea. This is based on empirical induction, just talking with people. So then, and it takes about a team of 4 to actually work on an app or any tech startup there. And so that's where it comes in. Again, this is a beachhead market. We've all heard pitches today about people with apps. And so you expand that out and it really goes to replacing the technical co-founder. So if you look at like a competing firm, they're very expensive. There's lots of firms out here that do it. Some will give half equity, some with half paying. Again, that's really expensive for these early stage startups that don't have necessarily capital in the first round, but need some no-code tools. That's kind of where no-code tools are in, but there's a slow, if you're not used to coding, you're not used to business, you really need someone help. And learning to code is the exact slowest, but if you're really fast, you have well connections and such, you could pay a developer. But when it really comes in is between finding a technical co-founder and something like this. Finding a technical co-founder is a little bit slower because you have to convince a nerd that your idea is worth their time, and it's very competitive there. You're not only competing with that, local startups, you're competing with Apple, Google, internships there when it comes to it, and you have to be very keen, and not a lot of these business people are. Financials, this is very rough. This is only income. If we were to look at profit for 4 years, it would still be negative. A lot of it's based on the fact that the average exit is about $250 million. And then once you average that into about the 6 to 10 year mark, then you start making a profit. Now, again, you add it in with the average annual fee of about $12,000, $1,000 a month. You still only about to hit like nearly break even. That's more accounting for the risk. Again, this financial modeling is kind of bad. I'm not an expert at it. There's ERC tax credits where you can actually make it adjustable and getting it there. Amount being raised, $275K, because that's what developers cost. Going off that, me as a team, it's basically just me right now. I've convinced about 2 developers that are interested in doing this. And so I've done 2 startups. Before with colleges, I kind of know what they want and I know how cheap to do it. Cool. That's about 3 minutes.
It's time. Thank you so much. So, question, suggestion?
Hi, Liam.
Okay.
Hi, Liam. Hi, greeting from Belgrade. Really like your model, but would like to know more about the diversification of your risks. Do you have it on your mind in a way if you choose the wrong client, how you would diversify your investors, of course, in your company itself in order to not to go to the distressed? So just give me some short and creative answer if it's possible.
Yeah. So I'm averaging, looking at it. So I base the model off of what I'm doing right now because I've been doing stuff like this for a year and taking on side projects. And it's like, okay, let's just say reasonably you can do about 3 startups. So one developer can reasonably do about 3 startups. That means if you get 5 of them, you get 15. And so 9 out of 10 startups fail. That's just a fact within 10 years. Now that 1 out of 10 has a successful exit or an IPO. So a successful exit or IPO is $250 million. Now, I'm not sure of the tax rate and such there, but if you get about 30 of them, so that's about 10 developers is there. The hardest part, again, would be choosing the correct ones. My guess is, based on this pandemic, statistically speaking, because innovation really comes at the margins, would be to do workplace innovations and such. Those who had high business people, they don't know a lot about tech, but they're going to be needing to move into it. And you might as well sell the pickaxes if there's a gold rush.
Thank you. Really like what I hear, and I think this is really interesting project. So from my part of side, would like also if you can give me more details about your funding. You know, you probably funded so far from your personal account, but in terms of development, what is the way how you differentiate yourself for attracting a new investment from angel investors or venture capitalists? So give me a more detail if it's possible about that as well.
I've kind of been doing this for a year, but that's kind of misleading. So I didn't realize I was doing this until a couple of weeks ago, because I would just go out as the technical co-founder and it's like, oh, you're giving me equity for this stuff. Now all of a sudden it's like, started interviewing, doing more customer discovery. Because in my last startup, I actually talked with, what was it, 20 different heads of innovations at different schools. And you kind of hear the same type of thing. They're mostly business students that are going into the innovations and such. And they try to find one nerd and they find their one nerd, but their one nerd doesn't necessarily have as much experience and such. They're kind of doing other things. They've got an internship that's $20 to $40 an hour during the summer. And they're trying to find talent there. And it's a very competitive market.
Yeah, I know. I've been there with my personal startup enterprise. So thank you very much for answering all the questions I asked.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And so it was our last presentation for today. Thank you so much. Good job. And judges, please put your final scores in our document. And Helga, I ask you to calculate everything and tell us who is the winner. Like, share with us results, please. I think we just need a few seconds for this job, for this process. I think we need like some kind of music. Next time it will be music because we just like sit in silence. Okay. Helga, are you here?
Yes. I'm ready to close the voting. So thank you, judges, for putting your input. And let me share the screen. We have the results. Okay. Second.
We don't see your screen.
Just please give me half more minute to upload the page. Okay, here we go. So we start from down there and moving up.
Okay.
Here are our top three startups. So congratulations to Half Moon Tech, who are taking the 3rd place in our competition. Then with the second one, congratulations to Vina and the Salesbeat. And Caroline, we are so happy to announce that you with your voxel bioinnovation got the 1st place in our event. And we are looking forward to see you participating in our further events that are coming later this and next month.
Okay, amazing. So the winner voxel bioinnovation. And Carolina, you will participate in Unicorn Cup July 15th. Congratulations, it's amazing. And you see all judges are like, oh, it's a brilliant startup, amazing pitch, great product. So congratulations with this. And I want to say thank you to all of our participants, our teams, especially our judges. Thank you guys for your time. And we will see each other, I think September. It will be our 3rd episode, September, and I hope it will be amazing harvest in autumn, and we will see promising, interesting, high quality startup. So thank you so much to all of you guys, and thank you so much Startup Network, Founders Institute, and our amazing team. Helga, thank you so much to you too. Have a great weekend, happy Friday, and yes, all the best. Love you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you guys for participating.
Thanks everybody. Bye for now.
Enjoy your weekend and have a lovely summer.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Hey, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Helga.
Bye. It was a pleasure to meet you here.
Likewise.